Hey, my friends, Randy here, Building Winds Live, and we're here for a really fun special edition today. I got a great friend, a buddy, a pal from way back in the day, Elmer Sensening with Richland Laminated Columns and Richland Permacolumn, and also involved with the Christian Aid Ministries. And we're doing the special edition today because you'll see he's in his car, and we're trying to jam this in because he's short or home for just a short visit from Africa, where he's been for almost the last 2 years, and he's headed back for a little bit longer with some missionary work. And so we're going to talk about business, Elmer's life of the post frame industry pro that he is, and what he's doing with God's work over in Africa. So don't go away. We'll be right back with Elmer.
Doing well, thank you.
Good. I would say you look good, but yeah, I don't want to lie. It's, public. We don't want to do that.
No,
Yeah, you're looking good, buddy. So, well, thanks for taking the time to jump on. I know you're busy with your, you back 3 weeks right now? Is that 3 weeks is all?
so I have 2 weeks left, and I'll be going back. Correct.
Okay. Okay. So we'll get to that in a few minutes. 'Cause I do want to talk about the great work that you're doing there. But, you know, I was telling Wes the other day when I said you were going to be on, uh, we've known each other how long now? Because it's, how long you been married? Because it's about a year before you got married that I
Well,
think you and I met.
you're really putting me on the spot now, aren't you?
Oh, because Ruth Ann's going to listen.
Yeah. No, it's 16 years.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
You remember where we met?
Yes, we were sitting on a swing underneath the big oak tree out in front of the home place at Country Metals.
You got it. You got it. And I looked out and I seen you over there, and you, and I just bring this because I bring this with all true love that I have for you. You were the goofiest little dude. I walked over and because I knew Ruth Ann and the girls, our sisters forever. I walked over and you guys stood up and I don't know. I think you thought I was going to come over and hit you or something. You were so shy and I don't think I beat you up too bad though.
You were Randy the cow, right?
I was Randy the cow. Yeah. You know, Wes will get a kick out of this. I know he's in the background watching, and I don't even know why we're bringing this up, but since you did, um, your father-in-law, who started Country Metals and Qualiform Metals, Paul Reif, but a lot of people watching this show will either know that or know the name. Uh, Back on the old farm with the old place when it started, a couple of Ruth Ann's sisters, I think it was Ruth Ann's sisters, right? Janet and Linda, I think. They
Dorcas
come
and
in.
Mary.
Yeah, it might have been, but two of the girls, they're young, and you know, Wes will get a kick out of this, I know. So they come into the store and they said, "Hey, Randy," he says, "we got a new cow." I says, "You did?" A new calf, they probably said. I said, "You did?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You want to see him?" I said, "Sure." So they both grabbed me by the hands and we start walking up to the little barn there behind Paul's house. I said, "So what's the cow's name?" They says, "Well, it's Randy." I says, "I've made it in the Mennonite world. I have a cow named after me." And that was pretty exciting. But the funny thing, Elmer, if you recall, a few weeks later, might even been 2 or 3 trips later, I saw the girls and I said, "Hey, how's Randy the cow?" And they never missed a beat. Oh, he died. Like I almost said, "Did you eat him?" But the girls growing up on the farm probably would have took that fine. But I caught myself because I just didn't want him to like go into breakdown mode over that. But so that was some of the great days in the past. But anyway, so moving forward, shortly after you and I met, um, tell us how you how you started perma or the original laminated columns. I mean, I know the column started first, then you went into the perma column. Give us a little history of how that all went down and what you see and how it's been going. And I know you've built an incredible business there in Ohio with that business, so you should be proud.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Randy. And first of all, we need to give credit where credit is due. And I really want to thank God for everything He has done for us and our family. And I also want to thank you, Randy. Me and we go back a long ways.
We do.
We've covered a lot of ground. Had many conversations, late night conversations, trade shows, And you've always been there through the thick and the thin. And I class you as a true friend. You've been in the industry for many, many years, and built a lot of relationships. So God bless you as you continue on. I won't mention all the gray hair and all that. But but
Elmer, you said that exactly how I wrote it until that part. Nice.
Oh, okay, I know. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. So there's strike number one against me, right? But anyway,
You were late for the show today, so that's 2 strikes. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, buddy.
Okay, so the third strike is you owe me a Diet Coke, right?
Perfect. But thank you for those kind words, by the way. And the fueling is mutual. It's been a great, long 16, 17-year friendship, and greatly appreciated, my friend.
Yeah. So anyway, in 2005 is when this journey got started here at Richland. I was a builder working for my brother. We were building post frame buildings, and anyway, we were using solid 6x6s. Laminated columns were just totally unheard of in this area. There was some lumber yards were using them for their gable poles only because of the long lengths, but then they were using 6x6s for the sidewalls for the shorter poles, and they were shipping them out from the Ohio-Indiana line. And so anyway, there was an opportunity came up where currently we're at now. We started off with one building. It's a 60 by 120 building that was currently being used to manufacture laminated columns for himself. It was a contractor that had one forklift, a couple bundles of lumber, and one finger joiner and one nail line machine. He would just run it a couple of times a week, like I said, making poles just for himself. Anyway, he wanted to sell out. He was moving and going down a different career path. So anyway, I seen it as an opportunity. I've been wanting to do something that was post frame related. I grew up on the dairy farm, but I had no interest in milking cows. I told my dad, he already had a farm bought for me. And I told him, I said, look, if you're going to stick me on that farm or think I need to be a dairy farmer, you're going to have to come and visit me in the psych ward because I will not. So anyway, long story short, started off just by myself. Even before I was married, I was dating Ruthann at the time, had some talks with my future father-in-law, and came up with some understandings and some agreements. He was Country Mills, was our first customer. So that was nice. And then as we grew, evenings and weekends, I would build poles and here at the shop by myself. And during weekdays, I go out and actually build post frame buildings with my brother till we had a couple lumber yards underneath our belt, like Attica, Republic Lumber, and a few of those. Heard what we were doing. They started coming on board enough to the point where I was able to discontinue my day job on building buildings and coming here in Richland full time. I remember thinking to myself, oh boy, how is this ever going to be? Because I was making a decent wage where I was working at building buildings, and I remember the fear that I had of walking away from that job. And is this post business going to be able to sustain just me? I wasn't even thinking about my future wife or family or anything like that. But anyway, lots of hard work, lots of the blood, sweat, and tears, and prayers. We added one employee, you remember back in the day, Eli Collins and Bill Dunn, some of those original guys that now have retired. Bill has retired. Eli wanted to do farming, so he's still my next door neighbor. We still work together, and he still helps us out to delivery columns from time to time. And to where it's at today, it's been an amazing journey. Had a lot of fun, made a lot of friends. Now we service throughout the whole Midwest. And in the meantime, during that, we partnered with Permacolumn. Randy, that's when me and you really got to know each other really good, because you were repping Permacolumns at the time for our good friend Permacolumn North up in Michigan. Right. We did that for a couple of years till we came to the point where we became his biggest customer, and it only made sense that we started manufacturing them. So we bought him out, moved the equipment down here, acquired the rights to manufacture in Ohio. Did that for quite a number of years. And then Green Post came into the picture. Basically, it comes down to the customer demand. We would listen to our customers, and they would tell us what they want. They say, look, We would like to have this. We like to have this. And our whole goal all along is to get wood out of the ground, to have an alternative solution for post decay. And that's with a post protector. So we're an active dealer of post protector, green post, permacolumn, sturdy wall brackets. So no matter, or our goal was no matter which way that this building is going to be built, all the way from treated bottom all the way to permacolumn, which no matter which way you want to go, we have the solution. We are truly your one-stop pole shop.
That's that's pretty incredible because two things you hit on there that I find very interesting, and I know you met my buddy pal and producer director Wes pre-show, and he likes to talk a lot about finding that next thing, and if you're not happy what you're doing or you feel like there's more you can do,
Yeah.
sometimes, but you did it the right way, because I think a lot of times when we talk about that, because I talk a lot about love what you do what you love, right? I do that on a lot of posts, a lot of
Yeah.
things. I end my shows a lot of times with love what I do what I love, right? But a
Yes.
lot of people will go, but I can't just quit today and have nothing. But you didn't do that, and
Yeah.
that's the important thing. You've had a dream, right? But
Yes.
you put in that really weird thing, the blood, sweat, and tears thing, right? You worked on the weekends, you worked in the evenings until your side gig became the gig, I guess if you want to call it, and you was able to walk away from what you maybe didn't want to do and into what you did want to do. And I think that's a great message. You got to decide what you want, put the hard work in,
Yep.
and pay the price, which you did, right?
Yep. No, that's exactly what it is, Randy. It is all about the heart and your passion in life. If you don't put 100% in in what you are doing in your job, in your career, you might as well pack up your bags and go home, because you won't make it. Not
Right.
not in this day and age where you've got competition around you. You have other people that are trying to start up. It's a passion and it's a drive, and you treat people the way that you want to be treated. And you put God first in your life, and you put your family and your business second, and you put your heart into it. You know what? There's no reason why you should not succeed if you treat people the way that you want to be treated.
Right. People and customer centric, right? You just hit it.
Yep. Yeah, it's all
And
it's all about people. It's all about customers, employees, and people. Other things is just cosmetics. Your
right.
machines, your inventory, your actual product. That there is just a thing. At the end of the day, it's about people and relationships.
Yep. Wow. Well said. Well said. So, and you talk about listening to customers, and I love that because you knew a need for the laminated columns, and then you saw a need to get wood out of the ground, even though that's what a laminated column with the treated bottoms historically does, right? But
Yeah.
so you went to permacolumn, um, and then I think the next step was with our friend Ken McDonald in the post protector product, uh, which is still keeping the wood or the ground away from the wood, right? No ground
Yep.
contact.
Yep.
Um, and then you went to the green post, and tell me about the green post, because I know what it is, but for anybody that doesn't know, maybe watching this, tell
Yeah.
us about the green
Well,
post.
so a little bit so yeah, we've been a dealer of post protector for years. And the thing of it is, anybody, post protector is good. Don't get me wrong, we still sell a ton of them today, and trust me, they're very light, so it takes a lot to make a ton. But the thing is, anybody can buy a post protector anywhere. You can, Home Depot. Ken has dealers all across the whole U.S., and that is good. But I felt we I know, Ken, Randy, that you're a fan of post protector, so am I. But we've had a fair amount of issues over the years and had a fair amount of complaints. And I'm like, there has got to be something better. There's got to be something that the builders are having issues with. So the green post was an opportunity where that is a machine applied product. It's a factory in-house application where we partner with Green Post, and we bought 6 states manufacturing rights and bought the machine. It was a major investment, but what that does is that is a heat shrinked wrap on the bottom 6 foot of the post, lifetime warranty. And we've done a ton of research, different universities, went through all the testing, got all the approvals, third party quality control. and we notch the bottom of the post where for uplift reasons, if you backfill the hole with concrete. So anyway, long story short is I feel the green post is a nice middle of the road. If somebody doesn't want to spend the money on permacolumns or a poured wall foundation, but yet they don't want to put wood in the ground, this is a nice, it's about half price of a permacolumn, middle of the road application that adds lifetime warranty. No, it's still not concrete. It's still not the best, but it is almost the best. It's about the best product that's available in the market today, other than having concrete.
Gotcha. And then another interesting thing, we didn't touch on, but because I think it's the last thing you did in your evolution, is for anybody that doesn't know, your original product, and probably you're still your best seller, I'm going to guess, and you'll correct me if I'm wrong, is your full size nail lamppost, right? It's a combination of nail and glue.
That's correct.
You started doing a glue lamp as well, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, so thank you, Randy. I was going to mention that at some point, but that has been probably one of our biggest steps that we have taken, and that's actually been, believe it or not, 4 years ago now that
Has it been?
we put in the glue lamp plant. And again, that was totally listening to our customers. Yeah, as everybody knows that's listening to this and knows about us, is we've been nail lamps right from the get-go, and we still do nail lamps. It's still our biggest seller at this point, even though glue lamps is starting to gain some serious traction. And so anyway, 4 years ago, we put in a glue lamp plant where we are manufacturing a column of all glue and no nails. So now our customers have a choice. Which one do they want? They can go nail lamp, green post, or permacolumn, or they can go glue lamp, green post, or permacolumn, or sturdy wall bright. We have all sizes that match because the glue lamps are a little smaller in size. Even though the design values are better, the looks are better, but they are a little smaller in size. So we have that option as well.
Okay. Wow. So you truly are the one pole post shop. How do you say that? You do it better. The one pole post shop, the one stop pole shop.
You're one stop pole shop.
There you go. Yeah, you say it better. But that is amazing. So, are you? So you expanded, obviously in employees. You expanded in square footage. Every time I go by your place, I'm always amazed at the growth over the years. From, like you said, that one little, nice little, but 60 by 120 or whatever building. Uh, yeah, that's been some pretty massive growth in a short period of time, my man.
Well, it's not bad. I mean, there's a lot of things we could have done better. We could have done different. We're not perfect. We're still learning every day. But we enjoy what we do, and try to take care of our people, the employees, the vendors. Yes, it's been well. We've added a few buildings, poured a couple yards of concrete in the meantime. But it's crazy now. It's been 16 years that we've been doing this. So sometimes it seems like a long time. Sometimes it seems like it just started yesterday.
Well, I can tell you, before we get into the second part of this, and you're doing God's work in Africa, which I do want to touch on for a few minutes. It's been a joy, truly, to watch the progress of what you've done, because when I met you, you were what, maybe 23, 22, or was you younger than that?
Were you talking about underneath the tree or
underneath the tree? Underneath the tree.
No, I would have been 20.
20. Okay. So I've known you 16, 17, 18 years now, whatever it's been. And to watch the thing I'll say to anybody watching this is, you can do it. Like you said, you can do it right, and you can be as successful as you want, because you are modest, because that's your nature. But what you've built there is pretty doggone impressive. And to have gone from, I don't want to say just a builder, because that's not what I mean at all. Builders are great. We have some personal friends that are great builders that do, but working for a builder, being an employee, to running a pretty nice, well-known, well thought of, successful operation is big stuff, buddy. So well done.
Well,
congratulations.
I could not have done it by myself, Randy. There's one person, as most of you know him, is Travis Wilson. He's my GM, my general manager here. He's been running the business for quite a number of years now, especially me in Africa. We have a lot of great employees, our plant managers, our glue line manager. The secret to success is, look, you need to surround yourself with people smarter than yourself, but you need to make sure that they never find that out.
Well, I was going to say, but okay, you took my thunder. Where I was going to say that bar was pretty low, buddy, but still. No, you've done some great stuff. So let's because I know your time is limited right now because you're getting ready to go back to Africa again in 2 weeks. Let's talk about the Christian Aid Ministries. Um, you're from you're Mennonite, and I don't think you mind my saying buggy Mennonite up until a while
10,
ago when you started.
11 years ago.
How long?
10, I think it's 10, right around 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago.
Okay, so wow, has it been that long? Hmm, that's a long time. At least I trust driving with you, unlike our friend Carl down the road, who I'm still not riding with him yet. But
Now you know why I'm in Africa. I'm trying to stay off the road.
I understand. I told him the last time, I said, that's cool. And when we go to lunch, I'm still driving. Even if it's your car, I'm still driving. I don't trust you yet. But so let's talk about Christian Aid Ministries, because obviously I know that with the having grown up my whole life in the Mennonite community, or with the Mennonite community, and so many great friends and customers, that you guys are, as a group, as a religion, an organization, are very much into giving back and doing God's work and so forth. So I understand why you got involved, because that's what you do. But tell us about Christian Aid Ministries itself, uh, why you're doing it, where you're at, what the experience has been like for you and your family, where you're at. I'm just going to shut up and let me, give us the commercial for what you're doing, if you don't mind.
Yeah. So Christian Aid Ministries it's a worldwide organization. Started in 1981, I believe. It's a humanitarian aid organization based out of Holmes County, out of Berlin, Ohio, and they're in various countries around the world, and they're very active here in the U.S. as well. So I have been involved with Christian Aid Ministries for years already. And as you know, Randy, and most of the people that know me know, I've always had a passion for reaching out in various different ways. One thing here locally, I've been a firefighter and EMT for quite a number of years. Christian Aid Ministries has a search and rescue program that I've been the assistant coordinator for a number of years. And I've just always enjoyed the ministry type of work in reaching out to people in different ways on a spiritual level and also on a humanitarian aid level. So anyway, we had the opportunity. We went to Texas 2 years ago on a disaster response project where we were rebuilding houses on some of the flooding that came through. I was a crew leader there, and some of the management, some of the big wigs from Christian Aid came to my job site and cornered me there and asked if I've ever considered going to another country and being a leader there, and managing some projects there. And I said, if God wants me to go, if I feel the calling, I would be willing. I said, I'm ready for a challenge in life. I think it'd be good for me, be good for my family. So anyway, we prayed about it, and then they contacted me a couple months later and said, hey, they really need a country director for over in Liberia, and they wondered if I would really consider going. So again, that was I was active in the business here, so I sat down and talked with Travis, our plant man, our general manager here, and he said, "Look, I always known that's your heart and your passion. I think you would do well. I will do my best here. I'll run the shop for you here. Go. We'll communicate. There's enough technology nowadays that we can communicate back and forth." And I said, "Okay." So we prayed about it. We felt God's calling and going. So anyway, we went, and we have really enjoyed it. But anyway, back to Christian Aid is what Christian Aid does is we create a channel, and we work alongside churches throughout the world. We partner churches. We work with pastors in various different churches to come alongside them and give them aid for the vulnerable, the handicapped, the blind people, the orphans, and we use that aid as a tool to tell them about Jesus. So our whole goal in this is to be the hands and feet of Jesus. We're not in Liberia just to make people big bellies or to make people fat, but we're there to develop the mind. What that country really needs is it needs a whole complete mindset and a whole change of thinking, not only just on a spiritual level, but just simply basic life skills, financial skills. So that's what we're doing over there. Is we're teaching them, how to fish for a day and you feed him for life, but you give a man a fish and you just feed him for the day. So we're trying to teach them on the agricultural level. We're trying to teach them, the whole buying and selling. But the main thing that we're doing is giving them the gospel and telling them about how God loves them. A lot of because it's so corrupt. They're in survival mode, so they do whatever it takes to make a buck. And a lot of times they do a lot of wrong, bad things to try to survive.
Wow. So that's and you mentioned maybe the last thing because I do want to be cognizant of your time. Um,
No, I'm good. I'm good, Randy.
okay, you took your whole family with you. It's a family experience, obviously. How was Ruth Ann and how's the
Yes.
kids going with this? Is this something that's been enjoyable for them? You said I think you mentioned that it was, but is this a life altering experience for the kids? I would assume.
Yes. So yeah, thank you for asking about the family. The family's doing very well. The kids are really enjoying it. I will have to say, Ruth Ann did struggle the first couple months we were there, and even myself. The first couple months were not easy. I'll be right frank, right to the point. Um, you know, the devil was not happy that we were there, and he tried to feed all kinds of negative stuff in us. He tried to discourage us, depress us. But anyway, we with God's help, you know what? We made it. We were able to stay faithful up to this point and make a positive influence. But so now Ruth Ann is totally enjoying it. She's connected, and everyone's doing very well.
Good. So I call him Little Travis because obviously your general manager is Travis, but your oldest son, Travis, who I've known since he was born. How old is he now?
15.
Wow. And he broke his arm over there, right? I heard.
That is correct.
Yeah. And but
That was a scary
that
because the medical field industry there is not it's not good at all. And we searched around, found an X-ray machine, got it X-rayed, verified that it was broken, which I could tell it was broken. It was completely deformed. It was about 3 inches above the wrist.
hmm,
Is where we were playing volleyball, and he fell backwards, landed on his arm, and just snapped it.
ah,
Um,
hmm,
and so anyway, we found a doctor. It's a Liberian doctor. He was fairly decent. But no Novocaine, no numbness. It was just pop it back. I heard the bones crack as he popped it
ah,
back in place, and it was. I felt really bad. It was a difficult experience, but we got the cast on it, and it healed very fine. Travis doing well. The arm has a slight bow. It's not straight. The bone did not heal totally perfect, but it's at a point where it will not affect him in life. So he's truly a crooked arm now. So
well, good. So the good news, he doesn't have to have anything redone when he gets home
no,
here.
no,
Good. Well,
no.
that's good. That's awesome.
Everything.
Well, that's good. Well, great. Well, Elmer, first, thank you for taking some time out of your busy schedule. I know you got a lot of things to do in this short trip back, and then you're back good or for good in, excuse me, in September. Is that correct?
Yes, yeah. Lord willing, by the end of August, our time will be finished there, and we will be coming back to good old Ohio to stay.
Well, I say good Ohio, but okay, it's that you know,
It's a Buckeye, man.
but
It's the heart of it all.
well, my buddy Wes that you met, my producer, director, buddy, pal, and friend, it lives in New Bremen, Ohio. So I don't know where that's at. It's over by Lima. I call it Lima. You weirdos call it Lima, but anyway,
Lima.
it's Lima. Anyway, uh, but anyway, um, when you get back, lunch on me, okay?
Sounds good, buddy. That's a deal.
We'll, we'll catch up
You know,
and we'll have some coconut cream pie.
hey, these rice and beans, they can you get tired of it after a while. So some good old American food, even McDonald's sounds really good right now.
And I can tell by your face. And you and I, when we was at when I was at Neil Burkholder at Neil Cole Lumber, Neil Cole LLC a few weeks ago, I did a remote from there with Neil.
Yeah.
But you and I chatted on the phone for a few minutes that day when I was there, and you had
Yeah.
mentioned that you'd lost quite a bit of weight, but
Yeah,
you never were.
I'm down to pretty much about where I was when I got married. I'm down to 164, big guy.
Wow, man, that's a good drop from 247. No, not quite.
Not quite. Oh, I've
No,
never been 47, but yeah.
I know you were, but you've always been skiing. But you look good, buddy. And tell Ruth Ann and the kids that well, hello. And matter of fact, maybe instead of just you going to lunch, maybe we'll all go to lunch. How's that? Or dinner or
Hey,
something.
go that would be nice. We would enjoy that.
You got it. As would I. Elmer, I appreciate you, buddy. And
Hey,
keep doing what you
yes,
do.
sir.
And yeah, God bless, buddy. You're the man.
All right, good. We'll reconnect later on. Thanks, Randy.
You got it, buddy.
God
Thanks for being on.
bless. Okay.
Cheers. There he is, my friend, my pal, my buddy. I hope that was inspirating. I will go with this inspiring too. That was for anybody that knows Elmer, that was Elmer. Anybody that doesn't know Elmer, now you know Elmer. And if he can do anything for you anywhere in the post-frame building industry, definitely reach out. Everything you saw is genuine and real Elmer Sensening. So appreciate him being on. And so that's it for now. Like I said, this was a special edition. Look forward to any comments and so forth that you may have. And until next time, we'll see you. And remember, keep building wins, keep living it, loving it, and owning it. And remember, as Elmer and I talked about a little earlier, do what you love, what you do, and make today your best day ever. Until tomorrow.